Here are explanations of some of the sentences from chapter 19. I apologize for the camera work. All right, so we're looking at number 5, which I think I did with some classes, but not all. So, pecuniam meis amicis mitto. The subject is I, mitto. I send money, pecuniam, direct object, accusative, to my friends in the dative, because you can do that. So it's meis amicis, because meis has to match the amicis and not the other way around. And not to my, if I'm a single person, it doesn't matter. The amicis is what decides that this is meis. And the number 6, it's the same type of sentence, except instead of my friends, it's their friends. And that is in the genitive, because it's not their own friends. It's not reflexive. We don't use the possessive adjective here. We use the genitive plural of the third person pronoun. So I send money to the friends of them or their friends. In number 7, it's slightly different because our subject is he or she. Again, I could make this she because it's not very clear. And this would be his or her own friends. This is reflexive, so the suis, anytime you have suis you're reflecting back on the subject. Since the subject is third singular, so is the reflexive pronoun here. So his or her own friends. I think we did this one. Ooh, I was seeing, I don't know what that is. I was seeing you all at my house. Apud me would mean at my house. Here we have venite mecum, come with me, and this is the ablative, into the cave. And the y'all just means that this is you're asking more than one person to come. This one we have our verb is they were giving, accusative hike these things, and then the dative mihi soli, to me alone. It could be that soli was the subject, so that they alone were giving these things to me. You could do that. This next one, we have the genitive of the third person pronoun. So the reputation or fame or story of eius, of this one, whoever that is, will always be with me. So his or her reputation will always be with me. Number 5, remember this one, you have the nobis, that's the us, cum, with us, and the ne tells you it's a question. Are you, venis, are you coming with us? Remember, ego plus 2 equals nos. So you and I, or I and you, both you and I, you can write both here. Okay, ought, debemus, ought to agere our nostra, our vitas, to live or lead our lives. It's our because I and you equals nos, and so we need the pronoun or the adjective noster, nostra, nostrum in the accusative plural, without hatred, sine odio. All right, here we have the direct object te, amo te, I love you, and then the question with menne, do you love me? This one we have the Dux Malus, the evil leader, Wiedet, sees his own faults, but he does nothing. Now, if we had changed it to the faults of other people, then that would have been vitia eorum or eius, whether it's the faults of one person or more than one, that would use the genitive pronoun. But since it's his own faults, we use the adjective. Puer, the boy, warns Monet, his own sister, sororem suam. Notice that suam is feminine because of soror, okay? Even though it's his to sister, about the dangers in the city. And then we have poterimus, we will be able, future, to dare, to give, to a dative, to you, nothing, tomorrow. This one is a little bit confusing because dokeo can take 2 direct objects. So, discipulus optimus, the best student, teaches, and so you can teach an accusative to infinitive, okay? And so he teaches Se himself to think. And then this next one we have Korda, the hearts, the plural. Hearts of these, whoever these people are good. And we all know that the only thing we do know about Eorum is that it's feminine. So whoever these women are, they're women, okay? Or, yeah, women. Why does she give me this letter? Kor is why does she, whoever she is, dot, give to me, dative, hank epistulam, this letter. Good. I was cooking your food. I was cooking kokwebam tuum kibum, your food, accusative. We can drink posumus bibere, the accusative hoc winum, this wine. It says accusative, neuter, singular. Ante canum, before the meal. Ante takes the accusative. Your friend Cicero. Whoop. Change this so you can actually see it all. There he is. Your friend Cicero would be tuus amicus Cicero. And then is reading, legit. And what is he reading? The direct object. Epistulam tuam, with us, nobis cum. And then we have here, they themselves cannot hope for money. This themselves here is not the reflexive. Okay, this is that intensive pronoun, and that's, or pronoun adjective. Here we're using it as a pronoun. Ipsi, that's they themselves. Non possunt, they are not able to sperare, to hope for an accusative. Tuam pecuniam, your money. All right, they are leading me to a safe town. So they are leading, agunt or dukunt, you can do either one. Me is the accusative direct object. They are leading me, and then ad takes the accusative to a safe town. Ad tutum opidum. Your friends are driving them out of town. Ex opido, from the town, out of the town. Eos, them. Tui amici, your friends drive. Your friends, tui amici, agunt, are driving. Eos, them. Notice it's not themselves. Out of town. It doesn't say they are driving themselves out of town, they are driving them. So the eos means it's someone else, not the friends themselves. Why are you seeking us? Kor nos, accusative direct object, petis. Why are you looking for us? Why are you seeking us? Facimus nihil. We are doing nothing, even though it's indeclinable, it's still serving as the direct object against you. Contra takes the accusative as well. I hesitate to live with her. Dubito habitare cum ea. She is afraid, or she fears. Timet, accusative, muscas et animalia. This next one, the same thing here. We can have a double accusative, or we had with the dokea, you can teach someone to infinitive, or you can teach someone something. And they're both in the accusative. So here, if I was teaching her Latin, I was teaching Eam, her, Latin. In the previous one we have, she teaches herself Latin. So she teaches, or he teaches, say, herself or himself. It's not very clear there. Latin. All right. We've done, these are similar to what we did before. Say audire non possunt, we had this earlier. They cannot hear themselves. Again, we had this from Latin to English, so you can see that. Number 5 is a little different. He is calling his sister. So, wokat, he is calling suam sororum, his sister. I am calling his sister. I am the subject. I am calling, so this one is he's calling his own sister. If we had interpreted it as being someone else's sister, then we would have done sororum eius. But we're assuming this one his own. This one, it definitely has to be someone else because I'm the subject. So I am calling the sister of him, and that's why that's genitive. Okay, and not, we're not using the possessive adjective. Okay. And then they are driving his sheep, since they are the subject. They're not driving their own sheep, they're driving someone else's sheep. And so agunt, always, accusative, eius. He is driving his goats. That's why we're assuming it's his own goats. So we can even make that clearer. So that's why it's suos kapros. If you had interpreted that as he's driving the goats of him and that's someone else, then you can do that. This one's weird. The mouth of him is larger, maios, quam mens, than his mind. I don't like that sentence. Don't worry about it. I am sending money to their friends. We had this one earlier. So, and I just changed it to the odd. I am sending money. I send pecuniam. And instead I use the odd plus the accusative to the friends of them. All right, and then we have, I skipped these. They're not that great of a sentence, and so I skip them. Don't worry about them. And then I did a couple of these. So you have propter speciam tuam, on account of your beauty, te amamos, we love you. A little weird. Manos, his hand is in the water. His or her head is in the clouds. Again, kind of a silly sentence. Anyway. Patebat, she was seeking, or he was seeking, mushrooms, fungos, on his or her own knees, as opposed to on the knees of someone else. All right. Cornu illo is ablative of means. So with that horn, wokabamos, we were calling the oves and agnos home. We were calling the sheep and the lamb home. And then we have here, y'all were desiring optabatis, great fruit, or large fruit, great profit. Well, probably fruit here, because it's from the garden of him, from his garden. And then this next one, propter me, on account of me, he was avoiding his own enemies. He will be able, poteret, to vivere, to live for another day. This one, dies magnus, a great day comes, or is coming, for this republic. This one, in tellure, on the earth, poteramos, we were able to videre, to see the motus, the movements of these stars. So this would be, this is ablative in tellure. The motus is accusative plural, excuse me. Direct object of videre. Harum stellarum is a genitive plural. Videre is your infinitive. Poteramos is your main verb. Poteramos. Okay. The next one, nulla space, nulla fides. And so these both are the subject. Even though we have two subjects, you think, hey, I should have a plural verb, but it doesn't have to. Sometimes the verb will reflect the closest subject, the subject that is closest to it. And this is not uncommon to see in Latin. So no hope and no faith is able to move him, that one, that guy. We could have also said eum there. Illum just makes it a little bit more emphatic.